night across this battlefield.
What's going on, everybody? It's Nico, and now we go over the patch notes. Not a lot of buffs and nerfs this patch, but some good ones in my opinion, and then some meh ones. We're gonna go a little out of order because Nox got huge fucking changes for this patch.
Dangerous.
So yeah, I'm gonna go over her first instead of going alphabetical order. If you want to know what I think about a Wheelix, that video is already up. I talk about her abilities. She's fucking crazy. If she doesn't get nerfed from PTS to live, she will destroy everything in her path. Her damage is insane. But yeah, that's my thoughts about a Wheelix. Go watch that video. So that's 3 seconds 50 all the time. That's silence. So I guess do. Alright, so Nox. Developer message. Some huge changes for Nox this patch. Nox was capable of dealing large amounts of magic damage, but the leash component of her ultimate... Night Terror exposed her to many fatal situations. Which is true, because how short it was. Tyler, my friend Tyler, Face, likes playing Nox, because she does a lot of damage. The only problem with that is that anytime he tried to use the ult and move forward, he would get fucking destroyed. When he was in lane in, like, on old Nox, all you do is level the 2 and 3, and then you poke the fuck out of people until they're dead. Now, I mean, you pretty much can do the same thing, but now, apparently the ult's better, which is going to be fucking scary. Also, you level the 1 now, because it actually does something. Anyway, too many fatal situations. We wanted to give her a chance to sit at range and control the fight while still remaining survivable. With the addition of a delayed stun and the chance to hit multiple targets, Night Terror now gives Nox a strong teamfight presence. Changing her passive to include more damage mitigation or removing her need to stay near her target gives her many more options on the battlefield. So, her passive before used to give her clear casting. You used, well, not even you had 4 abilities, or 4 I think it was? Yeah, abilities used near you, and you got an additional ability cast for free. No longer is that the case. Now it is Flame of the Night. This ability has been changed. Nox's candles gather energy from, well, I can just hover over it as well, from all abilities she uses. No longer every ability cast around her. For every ability Nox casts, a candle is lit. For every candle lit, Nox gains 4% damage mitigation. When Nox takes damage from an enemy god, one of her candles are blown out. That means, for free, she gets 16% damage mitigation. Doesn't sound like a lot, but that's 16% damage that you would not take from an enemy god at any given point. That's decent. More than decent. It's really fucking good. Shadow Barrier. Before, this used to go up from 50 to 90%. It's 90% at all times now. This ability has been changed. Nox's candles gather... No. God, talking about the passive again. Shadow Barrier. Damage reduction is 90% at all ranks. Barrier duration is increased from 1 second to 2. Reduced cooldown from 18 seconds to 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. I bought... Wait. I didn't buy CDR. And I don't have blue buff. Why is it at 16, 15.1, 14.2, 13? On the patch notes, it says 18 to 14 seconds as you level it up. As I'm staring at this, it says 16 to 12.4. There's a discrepancy here. So... Bam. Not as much damage, which is okay. Bam. Oh, wow, that's faster, too. That's scary. Alright, let's go back. Weird, why that... Is this... No, it's just... Maybe they're going to make it 16 to 12.4 seconds. If that's the case, that's going to be really fucking scary. Nightfall Raven. So, her too. Damage was reduced a little bit, not a lot, from 70 to 290 from level 1 to level 5 to 70 to 270. So she only loses 20 damage at the top end. And no scaling reduction, so that's good. Silence duration was increased from 1 to 1.4 seconds max rank to 1 to 2 seconds. So you get to silence people for a lot longer. And now Nox has a lot more in common with her son Thanatos, where she silences people longer for the more she levels an ability up. Yay. Siphon Darkness. Damage reduced from 90 at level 1 to 210 at level 5 from 90 to 170. That's significant, but if you combo these two together, it still does the, I think, 50% damage. Like, you can still poke people decently with that ability. Yeah, it's plus 50% damage is bonus damage. Cool. Night Terror. Nox is no longer required to maintain a link to targets affected by night terrors. Targets remain affected regardless of range for the duration. So, you don't actually have to keep up with someone. You can just link them and then be like, oh, hey, guess what? Sucks to be you. Also, it seems like the darkness from her 2 lasts longer. The Shroud of Darkness lasts 5 seconds. That was how long it lasted before, because in my first video of her, I said if you got CDR, you can do it twice with the Siphon. But it feels like it's longer. But yeah, when Night Terror expires, targets are now stunned for 1 second and take damage again. So it ticks twice no matter what, at the very least. Which is disgusting. Increased projectile speed from 110 to 160. As you could see before, it fucking launched at him. And increased range from 55 to 70. It's a lot longer. So that means, like... Pow! Oh, that's the wrong thing. But so, yeah. Also, Night Terror can affect up to 3 people instead of, or 3 gods. It's no longer just a, and he's dead. That's nasty. That's gross. Like, that's gonna hurt.
Perfect.
Alright. So, yeah, Nox. She can do work. But yeah, launches her Shadow Forward, hitting up to 3 enemy gods. It is a line target, so you're not going to be able to hit 3 people every time. But the possibility is there. Blah, blah, blah. While under the effect of Night Terror, enemies take damage again every time they use an ability. Nox's ability cooldowns are reduced by 5 seconds. After the Terror expires, enemies will take additional damage and are stunned for a second. So, it works a lot like Osiris's... I can't remember what his 3 is called. But if you... Well, actually, it's better than that because Osiris's 3 only stuns if you're in it for the entire duration. This stuns no matter what. So, yeah. Yeah. Nox's ultimate's really good. Like, really good now. Be very afraid of Nox. I'm going to be surprised if Tyler doesn't play her. Well, no, that's not true. He doesn't like OP gods, so he might not play her, but I don't know. We'll find out when I talk to him later. But yeah, Nox is crazy. Because she still has the poke potential that she always had. Now she has actually, like, she can survive because of her damage mitigation. Like, you take a Hebo ultimate to the face, if you have full stacks on your passive, and, you press 1, you won't take damage, because it's 4% for every candle lit. I have 4 candles. That's 16%. Plus 90% is 106% mitigation. Meaning, to be honest, technically I should be damaging them for them hitting me. But that's not how that works. Though it would be fucking funny. But yeah. Nox is scary. So, don't sleep on her. If you haven't been playing her because you're like, oh, she's butt, you're going to be wanting to play her if you're any kind of either solo laner or mid laner because she's scary. And if you have been playing her, you're probably creaming your jeans right now because holy shit is she scary. Oh my, oh, you're fucking dead. See you later. You can just turn around and walk away. Jesus. Alright, so, who else got nerfed and or buffed? Ao Kuang. That, I mean, this isn't really that, I mean, I don't know. I don't like Ao Kuang. Like, I played him, and I'm just like, I don't like this character. I don't like his kit. I don't like the way he plays. So, I don't play him. Something about him. I thought he looked cool. I was like, oh, yeah, this is going to be awesome. Then I played him, I'm like, I don't like this. Fuck, I like Freya, but I don't like Ao Kuang. And Bakasura. Like, I like auto-attack-based steroid-using characters, but I don't like him. I don't know why. Anyway, developer note. We love that Ao Kuang is an all-in style melee mage, but his burst potential was a bit too high, and Dragon Call, when fired as a projectile, was allowing for too much damage while maintaining a safe distance. This patch also features a cleanup to his passive and a fix for the notorious Kumbhakarna sleepy issue. Because if you executed Kumbhakarna, he would die and not proc his passive. So, that really sucked for Kumbha. Alright, King Sword. When using energy to cast an ability in place of mana, it will no longer consume 2 energy charges. One charge will provide with the casting and also the damage increase. Apparently he was taking 2 when it should have only been taking 1. Dragon Call. Magical power scaling of melee damage reduced from 30% to 28% per dragon. I think you get like 5 dragons, so like 5 or 6. You get a fucking shit ton of dragons. So that's a significant amount of magical power reduction scaling. Range damage when reactivating the ability and sending dragons forward reduced from 20 at rank 1 to 60 at rank 5 to 15 at rank 1 to 35 per dragon at rank 5. Significant buff. I mean nerf. Pretty significant in all honesty. 35 per dragon. Yeah, not that's whew. Hello Ao Kwong. Welcome to the nerf pad. Man, stop it. Stop it. Leave me alone. You did like not even all your damage to me. Go away. King of the Eastern Seas fixes a bad interaction with the ability and Kumbhakarna Sleepy. Kumbhakarna is no longer executed if the passive is available, but Ao Kwong still enters dragon form. So, you enter the dragon form, you just don't, like, actually execute Kumba. Just like if you ult a Kumbhakarna with this passive up when you're Thanatos, you won't kill Kumba. So, you know, just providing some fairness. What else? Aphrodite got VGS stuff, Arachne got VGS stuff, Artemis's hair was fixed, Cabrakan was not really doing anything there, Chang'e, blah, blah, blah. Nox, we went over. Osiris, Lord of the Afterlife, his ultimate. Osiris is now CC immune during the entire leap and not just the casting time. I have no idea why it took them this long to make it to where his fucking leap was entirely CC immune, because it's fucking stupid that you used Lord of the Afterlife and then fucking Ares pulls you out of the sky, but whatever. Yeah. At least they finally fixed it. It's not like Osiris gets played that often anyway, so thank God somebody was like, hey, maybe like he shouldn't be like pulled out of the sky with his ultimate, because like it's an ultimate and every leap ultimate in the game is completely CC immune. And also with the way that a Wheelix works is that she actually rips people out of the sky if they jump or get knocked up. They didn't want Osiris to, you know, have that happen. Though why we had to wait for a Wheelix and not fucking when Ares was doing it, like why wasn't it a big deal then? I don't know. Whatever. It just pissed me off because when I was actually playing Osiris a lot, it happened multiple times and I was not happy. He took 2 forms of damage there. Does her does her ult now apply the darkness? No, wait, he cast an ability. Never mind. I saw the beams. I saw them beams. That's my bad. Alright, Serket. Serket got a nerf. Not into the place where I wanted her to get nerfed, but it is, I mean, the Serket nerfs are needed and are good. Serket's Cobra Kiss duration at the later stages of the game was allowing her too much control and using all her damage abilities before a target could react. Reducing duration makes Serket rely more heavily on her positioning and mobility to secure kills. Cobra's Kiss. Reduced madness duration from 1 second at rank 1 to 2 seconds at rank 5 to 1, like 1 second, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. Whereas it increased by 1, 1.25, 1.5, 1.75, and 2. So it's a decent nerf. Like, that's not bad at all. The only thing is, it does apply twice. So, just remember that. And you're dead. So, actually, Serket was CCing you longer than that 2 second duration on it. Because, especially if you hit it with both times, she would hit you for 2 seconds and then refresh it. Though, I would assume it suffers from DR so you don't get a full 4 seconds. I think Bart said in the patch notes reveal, at rank 5, you were actually CCing one person if you hit them with both things for 2.4 seconds. So, yeah, that's probably not fair. Especially if you catch someone without beads, they are going to die. There's literally nothing they can do because it's such a long, like, duration. So yeah. I would have rather seen her mobility been nerfed a little bit, like the cooldowns on her 1 and 3 increased, because as it stands right now, since Serket builds Jotuns, she can literally dash and jump away every like 10 seconds, if that, and it's kind of like it's ridiculous. Like you have to lock her down super hard, and if you don't, she gets away every time. And in casual queue, it's really, really hard to lock anybody down that hard. So, you can see my frustration. Bye, Raw. Scylla, little red targeter improvements. Bleh. Uller switch stance fixes. Vamana! Fuck you. The change is intended to curb a bit of Vamana's late game damage or force him to specialize more in his itemization, consistent with other warriors. Which is true. As it stands right now, you can't really build just straight assassin style warrior and then go around and be like, I'm unkillable, and you can't go straight tank and be like, I do a shit fuck ton of damage. So Vamana gets a little bit of that shit going down, though I don't know if it's enough. Colossal Fury, his ultimate. Reduced physical power bonus from 40, 65, 90, 115, 140 to 40, 55, 70, 85, 100. So he loses an entire like item's worth of damage off of his ultimate. Yeah, die. I can just auto attack him. Which is good, because Vamana in his ultimate with one crit item would fucking destroy lives. Like, you don't have to buy any damage except for like Chain Size, Hasten Fatalis, and if you wanted to, Rage, and then you could build Urchin and fucking, what's the other like mixed defense item that's not Badges? Spirit Robe. You could just build this, and then you'd be like an unkillable monster in your ultimate. Like, it wasn't fun to fight Vamana. Like, you had to do so much to make it to where it's like, oh, you're not only incredibly tanky while you're ulting, but you're hitting everybody in the face for like 400 a hit. Like, that's not fun. So, yay, fuck you. And then lastly, if you saw that last tier video, you know how much I don't like Vulcan right now. Thankfully, Vulcan got a tiny nerf that, I mean, he's still going to be played in like every fucking lane, but thankfully, if I pick Thor, you don't get to fuck me over anymore. Vulcan. Magma Bomb can no longer ignore knock-up immunity when knocking up players, allowing for a few more counters of the Smith of the Gods. In addition to removing the mini-stun, we have added a hit indicator for where the bomb will land, along with slightly reducing the range of the ability. This should help players squaring off against Vulcan's potent lane poke. Magma Bomb. This ability no longer stuns as it knocks up. Range reduced from 65 to 60, added a ground target warning indicator where the Magma Bomb is going to land. Kind of like an Agni Bomb. So, the reason I said this before with Thor is like, when you're using Berserker Barrage, you are knock-up immune. With Vulcan, he throws the Magma Bomb, you get stunned first, then you get knocked up, which stops a lot of shit. Vulcan was a really good counter to a lot of warriors and stuff in solo lane. Then again, a lot of people are counters to warriors right now. I miss my babies. They're so cool. Warriors are cool. They use big-ass weapons. I'm sorry. But yeah, so as it stood, if you were trying to use Berserker Barrage on a Vulcan, Vulcan should throw a Magma Bomb at his feet, and you lost all your damage. Well, not all of your damage. A significant amount. Dead. So thankfully, that's no longer a thing. It also makes Fenrir just eat Vulcan alive now. So, if you like Fenrir and you hate Vulcan, there you go. What else? It's just, Vulcan was so potent, it was just dumb. Like, he could, I just hate Vulcan. Just the way he is. And how popular he is right now. Just annoying to have to go up against him all the goddamn time. Wait, what do you, no, don't touch me. Don't touch me, motherfucker. So, yay, counters the Vulcan. Because when a character is being played in every single role, that character shouldn't be, like, that's not a thing. Like, there's never been a character designed from the get-go to be like, oh, hey, this character should be able to play support, jungle, mid, solo, and the hunter role. Like, that's not a thing. So, since Vulcan can pretty much do all of that, I'm glad to see him get nerfed a little bit. And if you're like, Vulcan's not played in all those roles, in the pro scene, he has literally been played in every role except support. And I wouldn't be surprised if people tried casual queuing and trying him in support and found some success with it. Not gonna lie. I just don't like that. I don't like the idea of having a character that strong, which is why I was okay with the warrior nerfs, because they were being played in every single role, from mid to support to hunter to, they were literally being played everywhere, so I was okay with some of the nerfs. I wish they wouldn't have nerfed everyone as a whole, and they would have like targeted the specific characters that were actually playing every single role. a la Odin, Wukong, and Tyr, but whatever. I'm okay with the Vulcan nerf, because I hate Vulcan. But yeah, that is all the nerfs and buffs. There's nothing left for me to talk about. Nox is fucking crazy. If you like her, you're going to like her a hell of a lot more. If you didn't like her, try her out, because she's going to destroy worlds. Awilix is the same way. If they don't nerf her, I'd be really surprised if they don't. I actually hit Robot for 1,000 damage with her too. That is the most damage I've ever seen with a physical ability. Ever. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like rating. If you didn't, then leave a dislike rating. If you're new to my channel, subscribe. And all that good stuff. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great rest of the weekend. And yeah, peace out.